Hi, Kris Belfry here from belfrywellness.com. I'm a healer and a coach. I put them together and call myself a human potentialist because I see the potential in each and every one of you. Today is the third day in the video series, and today's video is about not taking things personally. So it's a pretty important lesson for everybody because we tend to take a lot of things personally. Actually, the Four Agreements, a book by Miguel Ruiz, really clarifies and pinpoints that problem in people. I'm going to give you a simple tool just to kind of stick in your head, just to remind yourself of what we can do when people kind of make some comments, these edgy things that seem like a dagger towards us. But first, we've got to understand why people typically judge. People judge because they usually cannot identify with you, maybe about something related to your belief system, or a value or behavior that you're doing, or that sometimes that person feels threatened by you or a perceived threat from you. So it's nothing necessarily you're doing, it's just something that's related to within them. But the most common typically that usually kind of holds a dagger within us is that they have a low that person that's dogging you typically has a low self-esteem about an area or a low self-esteem in general. And it's usually just a projection of themselves. So it really doesn't matter what they say because it's usually relates to themselves. So a couple of examples would be someone who has issues with their weight. And they could be super skinny or super big, but they have issues with their weight. So what they will project onto you is weight issues. So I know people that that have weight issues, if I gain a pound or lose a pound, they'll be the first to notice. If I had clients that come in and said, "Oh my God, is this the same Kris Belfry that I saw 4 years ago?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why? You gained a lot of weight." And I'm looking at them, I'm like, "Look, my weight issue has nothing to do with me, but thank you very much for sharing." That's a simple way to handle it. Sometimes you can't think of something that quickly. The other thing, I had a friend who was going bald. And obviously, I've got some issues with my hair, but it was really never an issue. I've always had thin hair. And, at some point I figured I'd go bald. But he had an extreme problem with his hair. So every day he'd be like, "Kris, you're really losing your hair." I'm like, "I just saw you yesterday. How's that even possible?" And then one day he started shaving his head. And when he started shaving his head, he had never commented again about my hair. Why? Because it was never about my hair. It was just a projection of his own insecurity related to his hair. So a couple of things I would suggest, and I tell people to be mindful of, and just kind of ring this in your head, maybe repeat it. Just be mindful that what other people think is none of my business. Again, what other people think of me is none of my business. It really doesn't matter. So just kind of repeat that, and just kind of remember that when someone tries to take a stab at you, it's not really about you. And what I would also recommend is doing a little bit of a switch in your attitude and create a little bit of attitude of gratitude. Why? Because when it hurts, so if I have weight issues, then when someone comments about my weight, that's going to hurt. I'm going to feel that. But if I don't have any weight issues, it kind of brushes off. So what you want to do is increase your self-esteem. And what I would do is just introduce this attitude of gratitude. There's lots of things on the internet about, writing letters or, writing notes, 25 things that you're grateful for, about maybe your body or other people. I know Matt Conyers is a really good one. He's a great YouTube video to follow if you don't. And his suggestion is just blessing people. And so you can do it under your breath, like, "I bless your skinny body. I bless your abundance. I bless your," whatever you might feel insecure about. Anyways, try it on. See if it fits. If you like it, great. If you like my video, comment below. Anyways, we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.